And here we go. Hello, hello, and welcome to the Transpositions Weekly. I'm your host, Miss Bree McCune. I have with me my co-hosts, Ember Belrad and Stephanie Helms. Carly Chardonnay Webb is not with us this evening, but she will. She did support a great sports segment that we'll dig our teeth into here shortly. Ladies, how is it going this evening?
Oh, it's been an interesting day. There's a crap ton of stuff happening. I mean, the debate is, of course, very big news, but there's other stuff going on in politics, and we could go on and on and on about all of it. But there's one person who particularly stood out as it pertains to trans-related stuff that I think you wanted to get to before we got the show completely off on presidential stuff.
Well, sure thing. But Steph, what do you got for us?
What do we got?
Let's crack it open.
I got this little glass last night, having won the spring series in my J24 Fleet 43 competition. We did pretty well. Can't remember.
They couldn't sail yesterday, unfortunately, but
we could not sail yesterday because there was no wind. Try again next week.
Yeah.
I blame global warming.
Or something. It's certainly globally, well, it's locally warm. I will tell you that.
Did you have that still pulled up there, Ember? About everybody's about Georgia's sweetheart, Georgia's darling.
Oh, I put the link in the
private chat. Let me grab it. Yeah. No problemo.
You mean the Georgia peach?
The Georgia
something like that.
Georgia something. All right, let me share this because she comes out swinging. So this is Marjorie Taylor Greene, representative from Georgia. Yeah, this is the Georgia peach right here, right? And not on the screen, but right up here. But not a good peach. She's like one of those peaches, you know, like when you're a kid and you get that really good peach, and the rest of your life you've been chasing that peach because no other peach tastes as good as that one. She's just another one of those peaches along the way.
I don't know about that.
You don't like peaches?
Oh, I love the actual peaches. I just don't think she qualifies.
No.
Millions of peaches. Peaches are free.
Georgia road apple. Anyway, well, here's what she said. Know what's scary is men pretending to be women reading gender cult lying books to our children, provocatively dancing nearly nude in public spaces, and taking over our bathrooms, sports, and private spaces. Women and children need protection from them. All right, let's watch this short little clip here. It's just a minute and 40 seconds we can spare for this conversation.
I'm curious for you, first of all, what this day means to you, and second of all, have both Democrats and Republicans agreed to meet with you?
Yes, we will be meeting with both Democrats and Republicans, and I'm really excited to go speak with all of our lawmakers about the attacks that we're seeing on our LGBTQ community. It's so important to talk about and to discuss protections for our queer community.
Can I let you listen to the current sentiment that's being shared by former President Donald Trump, who, of course...
Oh, yeah, this includes a segment of Trump rhetoric, too. Almost forgot.
Oh, goody.
Running for re-election. Here it is.
We're going to take care of our capital. On day one, I will sign a new executive order to cut federal funding of any school pushing critical race theory, transgender insanity, and other inappropriate racial, sexual, or political content onto the...
See, what I heard was transgender and sodomy, but apparently what he said was transgender insanity. But it's hard to... Let me hear it again. Maybe I misheard it.
Sexual or political content onto the... Sign a new executive order to cut federal funding of any school pushing critical race theory, transgender insanity, and other inappropriate racial, sexual, or political content onto the lives of our children.
In those three things, he mentions what he calls transgender insanity. If he's voted in as the next president, what will that mean to you?
We already see so many attacks on our queer community. I already don't feel safe in my own hometown, just dressed in drag like this. And it's very scary for queer people to exist in a time where we see this kind of rhetoric being pushed by our lawmakers and the people who should care about other issues that actually affect the American people, other than attacking our community, our LGBTQIA plus community. It's very disappointing, and I hope for better for our country.
So there's a scoop on this that MTG kind of missed when she delivered her tweet about this, because she seems to be under the impression that, I guess we could read it. Hold on, that this is a trans woman or or potentially a cis man in drag, but
Right.
There's whatever this. Yeah.
A lot of the transphobes assume that all drag queens are male. They don't even pay attention.
Yeah, because this Bridget Bandit is she's assigned female at birth, or AFAB. And she just does drag because it's fun to dress up in extreme. I mean, because it's an extreme look. It's like, there's other performance arts that have signature makeup styles too. Mime is one that mostly comes to mind, but a lot of different types of clowning and stuff as well. The drama masks, the happiness and sadness. There are all these archetypes of facial expressions, and the drag queen is just one of many. And apparently it's one that upsets a lot of people because it leans very heavily on the old Shakespearean period when AFAB women were not allowed to be on stages at all. So everybody was AMAB when they were performing Shakespeare, even if they were performing the part of a woman. Anyway. Yeah,
that's what we were taught in schools. Anyway.
I'm curious.
So that's that. And she wasn't the only person who kind of flipped their lid about this. I mentioned that some of the Daily Wire stooges were also saying things about this drag queen without realizing that this person was actually AFAB as well. It just and what they do when they make that, I think she actually clapped back about that, didn't she? I thought that the queen here. Let me see, Bridget Bandit. I'm gonna see if I can't pull it up. Y'all talk among yourself for just a minute.
Yeah, this is just it's totally fantastic. In MTG's comments, responding to her post, you can see lots of people saying, "You stupid bint! You don't even realize that you're talking about an actual woman. It's women like this who need protection from people like you." And the Bridget herself reposted it, saying, "Did you miss the part where I'm a cis woman, Marge?" Just the self-owns are endless with these people. It's unbelievable how fucking stupid they are. They know nothing about anything, but opine loudly about it.
What does it say about my feed
MTG,
that Charlie?
She's everything you don't want to be.
What does it say about my feed that the first person that pops up under this is Charlie Kirk saying the same nonsense about a signed female at birth woman dressing like dressing in women's clothing. It's
shocking.
It just goes to show
Shocking, I tell you.
That to these people, to the gender critical mind, it is performative, right? They think that what you wear and the way you behave should reflect what your genitalia is. It's really a weird way to go through life. It really is. It's a sad way to go through life.
Reductive.
I'm more than my reproductive organs. I don't know about everybody out there in YouTube land. I think all the ladies here on the screen are more than their reproductive systems. There's a lot more
This is true.
to what we have to offer the world. So to reduce us down to that, or to reduce anyone down to that, is ludicrous and just misogyny. It's just misogyny.
Yeah, you know, if they want to return to Elizabethan days, then I think that I think the return of the cod piece is in order.
Return of the cod piece.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody in the chat, Loves Kimberly, mentions Marjorie Taylor Greene, her current boyfriend,
6B.
is a drag queen.
Right.
I've got a video of that. I pulled the clip. If I can find where the hell I put it. It's probably...
Yeah, I remember that getting pretty heavy coverage on like Rebel HQ and stuff like that, where they talk about basically the hypocrisy.
It's from a few years ago, but it's so hilarious that like we have to protect the women and children from the drag queens, and she's dating one.
Nobody protected Marge from one. That's why she's looking out for the next generation.
Yeah.
She's like,
it's wild.
She's like, I'm in a relationship with a drag queen. Here's how you cannot be. Yeah.
All right, I've got the clip in the share thing.
Oh, there we go.
All right, it's only 15 seconds.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are up now. They're all hashtag I am up. Of course, come and check it out here. Starts on Saturday. I'm kicking these shoes off, but I may keep the pantyhose on. It does feel kind of good, actually. I'm not going to pee in them, I promise. Send it back to the studio.
So that was weird.
The pantyhose feel good, but he's not going to pee in them.
Yeah. I mean,
good to
this
know
is what passes for a good Christian, I suppose. Not only is he planning on cross-dressing in the future, but he's got a weird fixation about peeing in his undergarments, I guess.
Yeah. When something feels good, you want to pee in it, is the message I get.
Is that... See, this is why I could never be a man. I just don't understand this nonsense.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, my bad. A retired drag queen. We're gonna give it to you, Kimberly. That was a good ID there. So we're gonna give it to you.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about. With there's so much breaking news. Like even just this one story has so much to it. We could never get to all the nuance.
So many rabbit holes, so little time.